Hi, welcome back to another session of Paint This with Jerry Yarnell right here at the Yarnell School of Fine Art. And I was just kind of putting a few little touches on this painting to kind of get ahead of you. I'm excited about what we're going to do today to put the finishing touches on. I hope you've had a chance to think about this painting, kind of get some of your own thoughts together. And it's, like I said, it's a little departure from where we've been the last few months. But it gives you an opportunity to kind of break away, hopefully, from being such a, quote, what we call a copy artist. Now, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm doing this particular painting as a result of many of you who have written, who have come by the studio, who take lessons and all that, say, how do I keep from having to copy all the time? Well, remember, as an artist, you don't have to copy. Even if it doesn't look like what you saw, it doesn't matter, because as an artist, it's an interpretation. And so all I've done here is taken a collection of photographs that I've used over the years, places I've been from memory, and I just put together my own composition, and I didn't copy anything. I just got ideas and just blank out of my mind made this up. So, and I love the Midwest. I love the prairies and all that. So where we left off last week was just doing a little bit of work on the windmill. We're showing you how to make the old broken down windmill up here. You don't have to make it look like a brand new one. If you want to, you can. See, that's your prerogative. But do the best you can when you're looking at something, just like we made up the sky. If you guys were watching the first program, I didn't have anything to look at. I just started from scratch and I made it all up. Now, obviously, I've had a lot more training than some of you have had. And once you gain more knowledge on how to do things, you'll get less and less dependent on copying, and it makes your whole world change as an artist, and you'll have a lot more fun. So start working on that sort of photographic memory. It takes time, so eventually you'll get it. So where we left off last week was, again, on the windmill. Now we're going to do some highlighting. I've done a little just to get started. We're going to work on the tank. I have decided I think I'm going to put a couple of old cows in here, so I'm going to block those in first. And then we're going to come back and put some water in the tank and put the metal bands around it, and then start putting some little highlights and details. Not a whole lot you have to do to this painting. You just add what you want. There again, make it up. Make it fit you and your personality. Maybe you grew up on a farm or a ranch, or maybe you just like this kind of thing like me, and just have some fun. Well, so now we're just going to take our number 2 chisel edge brush with a little umber, a little burnt sand, and we'll block in these little bodies real quick. And I might mention this. And again, the only reason I'm doing this is so you will know I do have photographs of cows. So if you guys will notice these, I'm not going to look at these when I paint. I'm going to study. I've already studied these. I've studied these for years. I've painted these for years. And I know what a cow looks like. Now, am I going to get it perfect? I don't know. But I know that I'm just going to start painting up here. I want to get the bodies blocked in because they're just kind of a square shape. I'll never forget, and this is kind of funny, but the first time I did my first animal, the first deer that I painted from memory, it looked like a cross between a dinosaur and a buffalo with antlers. And it looked terrible. But you have to remember that you got to start somewhere, folks. So, enjoy the process of being an artist. Don't let it scare you. Now, if someone gives you a photograph and it's a commission and they say, I want to look like this, well, you're kind of locked into that. I mean, that's a no-brainer. You got to do it then. But when you finally learn how to paint from memory, your whole world changes, I promise you, and you'll be a lot happier. So anyway, this is just a brown, dark brown body for the most part. Not much going on there. And then we'll put the white head on there and the ears, and you'll know those are cows, and they don't even have to be perfect. As long as they aren't so goofy looking that they, look like they came from another world. Now, we're going to paint and anytime you underpaint white, you always use a gray. So I'm going to go to blue with a little bit of white, maybe a smidge of purple. Now, it took me a while, folks, to have the courage. So that's why I'm on your side on this. I'm just trying to, gosh, folks, after 30 years of doing these shows, I'm trying to reach out to everybody that's got so many different needs. And one of them is, how do I quit being so copyish?